Good evening, everybody. Steve Fletcher with the Trumpet for My People. Today is May 5th, 2022, and we are on the eve of Israel's Independence Day. Israel celebrated their Independence Day on May 4th and 5th, which is yesterday and today. But they do that because when the actual day of their independence falls on a weekend, they move their celebration up to Thursday during the day. So they celebrated from Wednesday evening to Thursday evening. But the actual day on the Hebrew calendar and also on the Torah calendar, which are both in agreement where we are this year, their Independence Day is May 6th through 7th, Friday to Saturday. Okay, so I wanted to bring this piece of information to you to show you on the left-hand side of the screen. I have a screenshot of the Enoch calendar based on the first day of Nisan, which begins on March 21st every year. This is the way the Enoch calendar runs. It has a 364-day calendar, and it has the same beginning day every year. Nisan 1 is always March 21st. Okay, for those who see the importance of the connection between a possible overlap between the Enoch calendar and the Hebrew calendar, I just wanted to point out that if we go to the end of the first month on the Enoch calendar, it brings us to April 20th, and then if we go to the 17th day of the second month, okay, on the Enoch calendar, it brings us to May 6th. Do you see that? I have it highlighted there. 5-6 is day 17 of the second month, okay? And then on the Hebrew calendar, May 6th is the 5th of Iyar, and that is the day of Israel's independence. Okay, the 5th of Iyar. May 14th, 1948 was the 5th of Iyar. Okay, so this is true Israel's 74th Independence Day on Iyar 5, May 6th and 7th. Okay, so what we have then is we have a conjunction on the Enoch calendar of the day the flood begins, and on the Hebrew calendar it's Israel's 74th birthday. And I've shared with you in my previous videos, especially the very clear teaching and understanding of the 70 years of Daniel from the order to restore Jerusalem, one generation, this generation shall not pass. 70 years of Daniel, and the additional 4 years given to us in the parable of the fig tree. Now learn a parable of the fig tree. Okay, and we have a 4-year delay of the fig tree when we have a man going out searching for fruit on the fig tree for 3 years, and he's ready to cut the tree down at the end of the 3rd year, but then it is 1 more year is given. And I have shared this teaching. Why Israel's 74th birthday is the end of the fig tree generation. You have 70 plus the 4-year delay, and then there's no more delay of the fig tree after the 4th year. Okay, so that is where we are. And this is tomorrow and Saturday. And then beyond this now, we have this connection. Thank you to someone, I'm not sure who sent this to me. It was shared to me either through an email or through a comment on one of my videos. And I had not shared this detail up to this point, but I do want to bring this to everybody's attention, that the Enoch calendar, okay, the 17th day of the second month, the day the flood begins on the Enoch calendar is May 6th. So we have a conjunction of the 17th day of the second month on the Enoch calendar, which is the day of the flood, and on the Hebrew calendar we have IR 5, which is Israel's 74th Independence Day. Genesis 7:11 says, in the 600th year of Noah's life, in the second month, the 17th day of the month. Okay, so the day the flood begins. Then we have the parable of the fig tree, and within Matthew 24 and within Luke 13, it explains to us this generation and explains the 4-year delay. And it goes on to say, connected to the parable of the fig tree, connected to the return of Jesus Christ, as it was in the days of Noah, so shall it be also in the days of the Son of Man. They did eat, they drank, they married wives, they were given in marriage, until the day that Noah entered the ark and the flood came and destroyed them all. Okay, so we have this generation, we have it connected to the fig tree, we have it connected to Noah, and now we have two very significant calendars that conjoin in 2022, the day the flood begins, and Israel's 74th birthday. So I will leave the links for you in the description box, and I will also leave pop-ups for you at the end of this video, and so that you can see my previous documentation why tonight, tomorrow, Saturday is so very important and could be the end of the fig tree generation, the return of Jesus Christ for the rapture of the church, and the beginning of the Great Tribulation. I pray you are blessed. This is Steve Fletcher with a trumpet for my people, the sign of his coming revealed.
The gospel. God sends his Son into the world, the God-man, really man, really God, really human, really divine, lives a perfect life, fulfills the whole law, dies in the place of sinners intentionally, absorbs all the wrath of God against those who believe in him, takes away all their guilt, forgives all their sins, rises from the dead triumphant over death and hell and Satan, sins, rules with power from on high, will come again, give eternal life, raise from the dead all those who trusted in him. There is no better news.